I am forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You are forced to be incredible at manifesting now.
You are forced to be incredible at
Physical shapeshifting is where someone physically changes their body into the body of their shifted form.
Activating fully right now.
Your DNA is forcibly activating fully right now.
Transforming means physically shapeshifting. Turning into means physically shapeshifting into.
Your DNA is
Morphing
forcibly
means physically shapeshifting into. Change into means physically shapeshifting into.
all my non-human forms
I'm forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You're forced to be incredible at manifesting now. Every time I experience species dysphoria, my body is forced to start to trigger a physical shift. Every time you experience species dysphoria, your body is forced to start to trigger a physical shift. Species dysphoria,
non-human puberty is forced to be a natural occurrence for non-humans, that allows for all physical non-humans to finish developing their abilities in under 3 months, as well as to trigger physical shift
forced to automatically cause your body to start to physically shift.
I'm forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You're forced to be incredible at manifesting
the form your dysphoria is based on.
I am forced to be
dysphoria is forced to automatically
mental shift on command. You're forced to be able to mental shift on command.
Automatically trigger a physical shift.
Mental shifting is forced to be incredible at manifesting now. I'm forced to be able to mental shift with ease. You're forced to be able to mental shift with ease.
I'm forced to always have enough energy to fully physically shift.
I'm forced to be safe while mental shift. You're forced to be safe while mental shift. Mental shifting is forced to be natural for me.
You're forced to be great.
Mental shifting is forced to be natural to you.
I'm forced to instinctively know how to manipulate and sense energy now. I'm forced to instinctively know how to manipulate and sense energy now.
When mental shifted,
I'm forced to be producing
when mental shifted, you take on the instinctive mentality of your shifted form and or kin type.
The extreme amounts of energy I'm producing can be used for any purpose. The extreme amounts of energy you are producing can be used for any purpose.
I am forced to be incredible at manifesting.
I am forced to instinctively know how to regenerate or absorb new energy when I'm low on energy.
I am forced to be able to easily
instinctively know how to regenerate or absorb new energy when you are low on energy.
I'm forced to be able to easily visualize.
I'm forced to instinctively know how much energy I need to physically shift.
You're
forced to instinctively know how much energy you need to physically shift.
use my phantoms to trigger a mental shift.
I am forced to instinctively know how much energy I need to physically shift. You're forced to instinctively know how much energy you need to physically shift.
Easily trigger a physical shift.
All physical shifters are forced
to be able to
hyper aware of their energy levels and can easily tell how much energy they need to shift when low on energy. I'm forced to be automatically know my energy levels. You're forced to automatically know your energy levels. I'm forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You're forced to be incredible at manifesting now. All non-humans are forced to be able to smell and sense pheromones now. All non-humans are forced to be able to smell and sense pheromones now. I'm forced to be developing the ability to smell and sense pheromones.
I am forced to be
You're forced to be developing the ability to smell and sense
You are
pheromones.
forced to be incredible at manifesting
I'm forced to be able to easily differentiate different types of pheromones now. You're forced to be able to easily differentiate different types of pheromones now.
My preferred pronouns now.
Everyone is forced to produce the pheromones of my non-human species now. You're forced to produce the pheromones of your non-human species now.
Homophobes are forced to
produce pheromones that awaken other non-humans who inhale my pheromones.
I'm forcibly incredible
at pheromones that awaken other non-humans who inhale your pheromones.
Manifesting now. I'm forced to instinctively know how to shift now. You're forced to instinctively know how to shift
other non-humans now.
My instincts are forced to be able to easily identify other non-humans now. I'm forced to be strong now.
I'm forced to be able to easily
I'm forced to have great instincts.
Be able to easily shape shift
now.
I'm forced to be able to easily aura shift. You're forced to be able to easily shape shift in seconds now.
I'm forced to be able to easily astral project to be painless.
Shapeshifting is forced to be painless.
Shapeshifting is forced to be painless for you.
Shapeshift in the astral now.
Forced to be painless for me.
Forced to be able to easily shapeshift in the astral now.
I'm forced to be safe while shapeshifting.
I'm forced to be safe while shapeshifting.
My body is forced to be perfectly adapted to be able to physically shapeshift. Your body is forced to be perfectly adapted to be able to physically shapeshift. My body is forced to be ready to physically shapeshift properly. Your body is forced to be ready to physically shapeshift properly. I'm forced to be mentally ready to physically shapeshift. You're forced to be mentally ready to physically shapeshift. I'm mentally healing. You're mentally healing.
I'm forced to be able to
mental health
an alternate
is forced to be perfectly adapted to physical shifting. Your mental health is forced to be perfectly adapted to physical shifting
in seconds in this reality.
I'm emotionally ready to
physically shape shift.
You are emotionally ready to physically shape shift. I am forced to be in touch with my emotions in a secure and safe way. You're forced to be in touch with your emotions in a secure and safe way. I am forced to be emotionally stable. You're forced to be emotionally stable. I am forced to be emotionally adapted for physical shifting. You're forced to be emotionally adapted for physical shifting. I'm forced to be spiritually ready to physically shapeshift. You're forced to be spiritually ready to physically shapeshift. My spiritual state is forced to allow me to physically shapeshift.
Non-human puberty
spiritual state is forced to allow you to physically
shapeshift. Is forced to cause shifters to involuntarily
spiritually prepared for physical shifting. You're forced to be spiritually prepared for physical shifting. I'm forced to be astrally prepared to crave high energy
foods containing glucose or caffeine.
I'm forced to be astrally ready
to enhance
physically shapeshift.
Meaning that the
non-human forced to be astrally ready for physical shapeshifting. I'm forced to be fully astrally prepared for physical shifting. To be able to fully astrally prepared for physical shifting. My astral state is forced to allow for physical shifting. Your astral state is forced to allow for physical shifting. I'm forced to be able to easily astral project more. I am forced to be able to easily astral absorb everything. I'm forced to be able to easily astral projection is forced to come naturally.
Non-human feature projection is forced to come naturally. Puberty correlates
astral shifting is when
the gender when woman does not match the
astral shifting is when one's astral form shapes.
So will their sex characteristics.
I'm forced to be their sex characteristics.
I'm forced to easily astral shift now.
Change to match easily astral gender is fluid. The astral shifting is forced to come incredibly naturally. Astral shifting is forced to come incredibly naturally. Puberty is forced to be able to easily uniform shifting. You're forced to be able to performance in seconds instead of hours. I'm forced to be incredibly manifesting more frequently and naturally. I'm physically forced to be ready for physically shape
go through non-human puberty are immune.
You're physically forced to be
your body
ready
rejecting the non-human features or abilities.
I am
non-human puberty is
my physical body is forced to be fully prepared to physically shapeshift.
Your physical body is forced to be fully prepared to physically shapeshift. Non-human puberty is
any and all traits my body needs for physical shifting are forced to be fully developed. Any and all of the traits your body needs for physical shifting are forced to be fully developed.
Is incredibly safe
I'm forced to be fully ready to
non-human puberty only changes the body in desired ways. If a non-human is immune to wanting certain features,
incredible at manifesting
their body will be immune
to be incredible at manifesting.
The non-human changes their mind and
any and all of the forms that I am preparing to or can already physically shape into. I'm forced to have a deep connection and understanding of.
Automatically have
any and all of the forms you are preparing to or can already physically shape into. You are forced to have a deep connection and understanding of. Forms that one intends to or can already physically shape into are called shifted forms. I'm forced to have a deep connection of my shifted forms. You're forced to have a deep connection to your
brain will start by putting energy into making sure
I'm forced to instinctively know which shifted forms I was born with. You're forced to instinctively know which shifted forms you were born with. I'm forced to be able to easily visualize my shifted forms. You are forced to be able to easily visualize your shifted forms. I am forced to instinctively know how to physically shapeshift into my shifted forms. You're forced to instinctively know how to physically shapeshift into your shifted forms.
The non-human
physical shifters are beings who can physically shapeshift.
Shapeshifting
is incredibly natural for physical shifters.
Are forced to be able to detect
I am manifesting physically shapeshifting being easy for all who want to physically
organ is used to detect pheromones.
You are manifesting physical shapeshifting being natural for all who want to physically shapeshift. I'm incredible at manifesting now.
You're incredible at manifesting.
All non-humans have pheromones. I'm always in control of myself while physically shifting. You're always in control of yourself while physically shifting.
I'm in perfect health now. You're
always in control of my actions.
My body is
always in control of your actions
right now.
Physical shifting is forced to be perfectly safe for me. Physical shifting is forced to be perfectly safe for you.
I'm forced to have loads of energy now. You're forced to have loads of energy now.
To be perfectly safe for those around me.
Physical shifting is
forced to be perfectly safe for those around you.
I am forced to be
safe while physically shifting. You're forced to be safe while physically shifting. Everyone around me when I'm physically shifting is safe. Everyone around you while you are physically shifting are safe.
Developing based on my destined species now.
Physically shifting
developing based on your destined species now.
Physically shifting.
Every non-human species has its own distinct pheromones.
My body is forced to be meant for physically shifting. Your body is forced to be meant for physically shifting.
All your desired non-human puberty results permanently go into your DNA.
Physical shifting is completely natural.
I've started non-human
physical shifting is forced to be incredibly natural to you. Physical shifting is forced to be painless. Physical shifting is forced to be painless for me. Physical shifting is forced to be painless for you. Physical shifting is forced to be fluid and comfortable for me. Physical shifting is forced to be fluid and comfortable for you.
You're immune to
I'm forced to be comfortable with physical shifting. You're forced to be comfortable with physical shifting.
You're immune to all forms of cancer.
To be ready to physically shift. You're
non-human puberty is forced to cause my
I'm forced to be mentally ready to physically shift. You're forced to be mentally ready to physically shift. I'm forced to be mentally prepared to physically shift. You're forced to be mentally prepared to physically shift.
My body
I'm forced to be in a good headspace to physically shift. You're forced to be in a good headspace to physically shift.
Your body instinctively knows how to
forced to be mentally ready to shift on all levels. You're forced to be mentally ready to shift on all levels.
My body is incredibly efficient with
mental shifting is where
your body is
mental shifting is where the individual takes on the mentality and instincts of their forms. I am forced to be mentally ready I am forced to be mentally prepared for mental shifting. I'm forced to be prepared to mentally shift. You're forced to be prepared to mental shift. I am forced to be prepared to mental shift. You are forced to be prepared to mental shift.
3 months.
Partially mental shifting is where
desired non-human features to safely
partially mental shifting is where you have both the mentality of your original form and the instincts and mentality of your shifted form.
Puberty. Your brain automatically knows features to fully develop for non-human puberty. I can shape
when physically shifting, a partial mental shift while physically shifting is forced to help me interact with my shifted form. Being partially mental shifted while physically shifting is forced to help me interact with your shifted form.
All of my shifts.
I am forced to be able to easily go into my partially mental shifted state.
Non-human puberty
is able to easily go into partially shifted mental state.
All forms of shifts
I'm forced to be able to easily mental shift. You're forced to be able to easily mental shift. I'm forced to be able to easily trigger mental shifts as well at will now.
My calling is
forced to be able to easily trigger mental shifts at will now. You're forced to be able to easily trigger mental shifts at will now. Mental shifting is forced to come naturally to me. Mental shifting is forced to come naturally to you. Mental flares are when someone experiences a full mental change to the mentality of their desired form. I'm forced to be able to easily mental flare. You're forced to be able to sensory shift on command. I now have a permanent
mental flaring is forced to come naturally.
Mental flaring is forced to come naturally.
I'm forced to be able to
physical
shift on command.
Phantom shifting is where one feels traits from their forms
mental shifting is forced to be incredibly easy.
Or feels like the forms traits are on the physical body without being able to see the traits. Phantom shifting is where one feels traits from their forms either in the astral plane or feels like the traits.
Mental shifting is forced to be
or feels like the forms traits are on their physical body without being able to see the traits.
Mental shifting is forced to be able to easily phantom shift.
Mental shifting is forced to be able to easily phantom shift.
When mental shifting, I take on instincts and mentality of my shifted form and instincts come naturally to you. When mental shifting,
I'm forced to be able to easily trigger phantom shifts at will now. You're forced to be able to easily trigger phantom shifts
and or kin type.
Phantom shifting is forced to be incredibly easy for me. Phantom shifting type is incredibly easy for you. I'm forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You're forced to be incredible at manifesting now. I'm forced to be able to easily trigger phantom shifts. You're forced to be able to easily trigger phantom shifts. I'm forced to be able to easily visualize
my phantoms. You are forced to be able to easily visualize your phantoms. I am forced to be able to easily use my phantoms to trigger a mental shift. You are forced to be able to easily use your phantoms to trigger a mental shift. I am forced to be able to easily use my phantoms to trigger a physical shift. You are forced to be able to easily trigger a physical shift with your phantoms. I am forced to be able to shapeshift in seconds safely now. You're forced to be able to easily shapeshift in seconds safely now. Shapeshifting is forced to be natural for me. Shapeshifting is forced to be natural for you. I'm forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You're forced to be incredible at manifesting now. I'm immune to getting misgendered. You are immune to getting misgendered. Everyone always uses your preferred pronouns now. Everyone always uses your preferred pronouns now. Everyone always uses my preferred pronouns now. Everyone always uses your preferred pronouns now. Homophobes are forced to avoid me. Homophobes are forced to avoid you. I am forced to instinctively know how to shift now. You're forced to instinctively know how to shift now. My instincts are forced to be strong now. Your instincts are forced to be strong now. I'm forced to have great instincts now. You're forced to have great instincts now. I'm forced to be able to easily aura shift now. You're forced to be able to easily aura shift now. I'm forced to be able to easily astral project now. You're forced to be able to easily astral project now. I'm forced to be able to easily shapeshift in the astral now. You're forced to be able to easily shapeshift in the astral now. I'm forced to be safe while astral projecting now. You're forced to be safe while astral projecting now. I could lucid dream at will now. You can lucid dream at will now. I can easily shapeshift while lucid dreaming. You can easily shapeshift while lucid dreaming. I can easily reality shift now. You can easily reality shift now. I'm forced to be able to easily shapeshift in alternate realities now. You're forced to be able to easily shapeshift in alternate realities now. I'm forced to be able to easily shapeshift in seconds in this reality now. You're forced to be able to easily shapeshift in seconds in this reality now. I'm forced to always feel motivated to shapeshift now. You're forced to always feel motivated to shapeshift now. I am immune to losing concentration while shapeshifting now. You are immune to losing concentration while shapeshifting now. I can easily shapeshift now. You can easily shapeshift now. All shapeshifting blockages are forced to be instantly removed from me. All shapeshifting blockages are forced to be instantly removed from you. I am forced to be incredible at manifesting now. You're forced to be incredible at manifesting now.